I humbly request all the participants to stay with us while we are waiting for the next speaker. In our next session on data visualization with AI for business intelligence and research, we are honored to have Mr. Lokesh Pyasi with us. Mr. Pyasi is currently working as consultant and advisor for the government of Madhya Pradesh. He is a national and international trainer in different fields of data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and statistics. He has a total 16 years of experience in academia, corporate trainer. He has been corporate trainer for Deloitte, Axis Bank, IBM, Tech Mahindra, etc. Mr. Pyasi is an associate member of Institute of Analytics based in UK. During his freelance period, he went to several countries to deliver different projects for several companies. Mr. Pyasi has visited several reputed institutes like IIT Kharagpur, Guwahati, Gandhinagar, Manipal University, etc. His area of expertise include SPSS, R, Python, Excel, AI tools, and he has conducted several workshops and FDPs on these technologies. With deep expertise in AI-driven data visualization tools, Mr. Pyasi brings a unique blend of academic insights, industry practice, and public sector experience with us. In today's data-intensive environment, effective visualization is crucial for both business intelligence and high-quality research. In this session, we highlight practical approaches to using AI for enhanced analytical clarity and impact. We are confident that today's session will provide valuable perspectives and hand-on understanding that will benefit faculty members, researchers, and professionals. So please join me in extending a very warm welcome to Mr. Lokesh Pyasi for his insightful session. Please, sir.
Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yeah, okay, done. Sorry, I think my network was broken in between. Hi, good evening all. It was nice to see that people are there. More than 400 people are here to study something and wanted to learn something. That would really, it is really encouraging to person like me. So let's start from the. So see, everyone is talking about the artificial intelligence. We are using artificial intelligence, or maybe the AI in the simple word, in different tasks which we are doing these days. Please tell me if my voice is not audible in between, because I'm using one college network. I'm in somewhere in Mathura, so there may be possibility that I may lost with the network. So if it is breaking in between, do let me know. So thanks for the introduction, ma'am. Thanks for this opportunity. Okay, so I was talking about the AI. So we all are using artificial intelligence, AI, for doing different types of tasks. We are using ChatGPT for prompting and understanding about the result of something, some research work or some table, or sometimes we wanted to know something more from the ChatGPT. We are again using Gemini. But when I'm talking about the AI, sky's the limit. So before going to anything else, my topic, which is about the visualization, let me talk about the visualization, especially for the research purpose. Friends, we all are here and doing some types of research. When we are doing research, we know that when we are creating or when we are making the report, we have to do the make you understand that these charts are of two type. Okay, I don't know if we understand like this, but then the differentiation or the distribution of the charts as per the type is very much required. So let me share my screen once, and then we will go ahead. I'm not sharing any PPT at this time, which is not required. I don't want to bore you, and we have less time also. I'm just trying to show you the PPT because I just wanted to write something. That's it. So I'm sharing my screen little bit so that we will be able to understand. Do let me know if this screen is visible to you all. It's just a white screen. Is that visible? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. People are using thumbs up. I'm really appreciating it. Okay, so when you're dividing when you're working on the charts, please understand that divide the charts in two different parts. The one type of charts could be considered as a statistical charts. Okay. And then one parts of chart could be considered as non-statistical. Please understand this. When you're working on the statistical charts, these contain some hidden meaning. You should not forget these hidden meaning, and we should work on those hidden meaning first. Non-statistical chart should have some meaning, but there may be no there may be very less or maybe no hidden meaning behind it. Whatever is visible, and whatever we are looking at it suffice the purpose. So whenever you heard about bar chart, okay, whenever you heard about, let's say, bar chart, whenever you heard about the bar chart, or whenever you heard about the pie chart, or whenever you heard about sometimes even line chart, I'll talk about the line chart more. These all are comes under the non-statistical chart. We see the trend, we see the frequency distribution, frequency arrangements through bar chart. We see that what is the major stakeholder from the pie chart. But when it comes, when we wanted to know some hidden meaning, we go for the statistical charts. Okay. Now, first statistical chart is, I know you all must know, you all know it already, that histogram. When I talk about the histogram says it looks like a bar chart only, but it is not just a bar chart. It says so many information. So it gives you the information about the skewness of the data. So whenever you wanted to do some analysis, and whenever you wanted to apply some statistical task, please understand that you should also talk about the skewness of the data, whether it is a positive skew and the negative skew, so that you may give better information. Because ultimately, in most of the research, we apply the t-test, we apply the inferential statistics, we apply a parametric test. All those parametric tests, we know that the data should be normally distributed. And if the data is too skewed, maybe positive or negative side, applying the normal distribution, or applying the t-test or ANOVA, it's not a good idea. So first, check the skewness, and if the data is too skewed in any side, then we have to do some analysis, do some manipulation, do some imputation, so that we can even transformation, so that we can make my data normally distributed. I'm not going into the statistics, which is because actually it is not the part of this class. Then the second is scatter diagram. Now, scatter diagram looks like a bubble diagram only, but it is very important these days for analysis purpose. Earlier, it was histogram, which was very important, but these days, scatter diagram is really very important. We not only know about the relationship from the scatter diagram, but we also have the it is not only the relationship between two variables. If you put some more variables, I'm going to show you that when I'm going to talk about the visualization. When you put it more and more variables, the scatter diagram can give you more and more information. And like when you're keeping, so here, this is the scatter diagram. See, it looks like that. Okay, understood that X and Y has a positive relationship. But if I increase the size, or there may be smaller the bubble, or maybe the bigger bubble, it gives more information again. Okay, now after the increasing of size, if I put the color, then at this time I'm talking about the 4 variable in just one graph. And if I add one more, let's say, axis here, then I can have some 5 or 6 variable inside of it, and then can have good information. Okay, so that is why scatter diagram gives you the hidden meaning, not only about the relationship, but then with the size of the relationship, the size also shows the relationship between y variable and y variable and x variable. So it gives more information. Then we have got box plot. It talks about the extreme value. It talks about the outlier. Very these days, we know that the problem of outlier is it's the biggest one of the biggest problem. Outlier and missing value, and then imputation of these two or treatment of these two are really very big concern, especially if you are doing some machine learning things. Then it would be a big problem. So box plot can help you to understand about the outlier, the extreme value, the mean, the median, and all these information, the IQR, quartile 1, quartile 3, the distribution of the data, everything can be done with this box plot. With this plot. That's called box plot. So anything, so this you could see this middle value, this is a median, this Q3, then Q1, then information we can get it. Now I was talking about the line chart also. So if you just wanted to know the time, the trend, line chart is okay. But if you wanted to know the time series analysis, line chart is important. It is not only talk about the trend, but it's also talk about sometimes smoothing of the data. It's also talks about the stationarity of the data. And then if you are applying some lines time series analysis like linear regression, or maybe if you're applying some let's say a GARC, or maybe the ARIMA, if you're applying all these things. So this line chart, then the line chart is really very useful to understand the data before actually making it. So that's the basic of the visualization. So when we are writing the research, I would also suggest you that would really gives you a good what I can say a good weightage to a research. If you're putting your research, the graph of your research in two different parts, maybe the non-statistical, non-numerical, or general graphs, and the statistical and the numerical types of graphs. Okay, now here comes the big problem. Now, if you wanted to have the good graph, the problem is that for making the graphs, we have Excel, and we are using Excel very well. That is good. That is really very good. But if you wanted to have more graphical representation in your research, or in your thesis, or in your, or maybe in your any work, the Excel will give you just number of graphs, maybe 10 or 12 number of graphs. If you wanted to explore more, then you have to go for the coding. Okay. Now here comes a big problem. Coding, yes, sky's the limit. You can make different types of graph. Yeah, someone is raising hand. Am I audible? Okay, done. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So, thanks. People are listening actually. Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for all those thumbs up. So, coding, yeah, the biggest problem is we cannot, and we don't want to learn coding for the graphical and graphical visualization. Now, here comes the use of the AI. Today, I'm going to show you three different software. Okay, one, Power BI, which is very known, which is very useful, but require little knowledge. Okay, I'll show you, but then I will also show you how to use this Power BI with the help of AI, and then how to use this Power BI so that we can make the graph. I'm not going to go deep into the Power BI. I'm just going to show you how to work with it, and how to have that, the use of the AI with Power BI. And when I'm talking about the AI, I'm not actually going with the Copilot thing. I know that you guys are quite intelligent enough to use Copilot in Power BI. That's not the required today. But then I'm going to use something else which is not known to many of the people. So we'll try to see how to use this thing. Then I'm going to talk about one cloud thing, online thing. So we are going to use IBM Cognos Analytics. I'm writing it also. This is one of the very good software. If you don't know, if you know nothing about the visualization, if you know nothing about the graph, then the IBM Cognos Analytics is good, because it will create all the dashboards, all the graphs for you by just looking at by looking at your data. You need not to require any visualization understanding. You just input the data, click here and there, and then you will get the graphs, all the graphs. And then you can, write it down some prompts also, although those promptings are not very good, but then you can write it down prompts and get the graphs and get the analysis as well. Then I'm going to talk about one very useful, important, and marvelous language, and we all know it, Python. I'm going to talk about the Python also. So you might be worried that if I'm talking about the Python, then there has to be some big coding. No, I'm not going to show you any coding. Okay, I'm just going to show you that there are some AI tools which are available in Python, which help, uh, which can create the graphs according to uh, your prompting. The only thing which is important is to correct writing of the those prompts. That is one of the most important thing. So as I told you that I'm going to start from the Power BI. I don't know how many of you might have installed the Power BI, but then if you have Power BI, you can work with me. If you do not have Power BI, you need not to worry. I'll show you. I'm just going to take 10 minutes to show you, how to work with the Power BI. Power BI, if you have Windows, you can download it directly from the Windows. You can download it from the internet also, and then you can start working on the Power BI. Let me share my screen of Power BI. I do have, Tableau also, but then Tableau is not very good for as far as the AI thing is concerned. So I'm not talking about Tableau at this time. Is my screen visible? The Power BI screen? Great. Okay, guys. So that's Power BI. if you have worked with it, good. If you have not worked with it, I'll let you know. I'll give you just basic idea about how to work with the Power BI. Okay. When you start the Power BI, it looks like this only. Okay. Or maybe, yeah, just give me a second. It does not look like this. It looks like different. So just give me a second. I was trying to log in with my number. I'll just show you how it looks like actually when you start it, so that you will have the proper idea. Okay, just give me a second. I'll show you again. I'm just starting. Just give me a second. Okay, now I can show you. No, I think so. That's the first window which you see when you start Power BI. See, here we can get the Excel workbook. There are so many things which we can do with the Power BI, but then because we are going to work on visualization, you just click on the blank report. When you click on the blank report, it will ask for the data. Okay, you can get the data from the different sources, like data from the sample data or Excel or anything. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to work on the CSV file, which is most common file which we use, I'm going to click here and click on the text and CSV. Yes, Yuvraj sir, you are saying something? Shiva sir, you saying something?
Sir, we are not seeing your screen. Now it is visible, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. Maybe because of the internet. Can you see the Power BI screen? Is it visible?
Yeah,
Okay,
it is Power BI. It's visible, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So I have got this data, and let's say I just wanted to work on. Now you can see that the data is here. You can see the data. I don't know if when I'm saying the data, I can see the data, but then at this time, I don't know if you guys can see the data or not. Shiva sir, guide me, please. Can you see the data here at this time? Is the data visible?
Sir, the data is not visible, sir.
Okay. I don't know why. Just give me a second, huh?
Sir, it's saying add data to your report. Once loaded, the data will appear in
Yeah,
data.
I understand. I could see now. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I could see that. Uh, okay, okay. I could see now. I could see now that what you guys can see at this time. Okay, now I have uploaded the data. Now you also can see. Okay, the actually when I'm editing the data, now it's new window is opening. So that is why it is not visible. But then no worries. I just told you that from where you can get the data. You just click on the file and then the file will be visible here. As data is loading.
So
Close
currently it is not
everything.
showing anything.
Maybe because of the internet issue, it is actually.
Yeah, I understand, sir. You take your time, sir.
Sir, Shiva sir, I'm closing my video, so that we can get the better bandwidth.
Done, sir. Done.
Okay, great. I think so. The data is here. Okay, now let's say when you know here in Power BI, we do have one question answer tag. Everything is here. You can see that the data is visible here. You can see my data. Yeah, that's there. Okay, I can also see now what you guys can see. So here you can see that up extremely right, you can see my file, and when I click here, you can see that my file, some information has summation sign, which is the numerical information. Some might not have any summation sign, which means it is a discrete data or maybe the string data, and something which has got the summation sign is the measure. In the technical term, we call it dimensions. These are called dimensions, and the summation sign is called measure. Okay, so measure is a numerical field, or the dimension is a non-numerical field. In a simple way, you can say. Now, if you wanted to create the graph in Power BI, so let's say I wanted to create the graph on airbag, and I wanted to see the engine size according to the airbag. And let's say I wanted to create the graph. So I've selected these two, and if I click on the bar chart, you can see the bar chart is visible. Okay, so now you can see that I have got the driver only has got sum of engines, which is the sum of engines is for the driver only is 107. For sum of engines for none, which does not have any airbag, is 73. And when the airbags has there with the driver and passengers, the sum of the engine size is 52.50. Although the sum is not very good thing to do, we wanted actually the average would be the better. So we can click here and we can get the average. Now graph looks good. Drivers and passengers average of average engine size, those who have got the airbags, is higher. That's okay. That's okay. We can get the graph like this. The best part is if I can apply the AI here, some prompting here. Now you can see that you can connect the Copilot here. For connecting of the Copilot, what you need to do, you just need to sign in. Okay, which I just show you when I just logged in. Okay, or if you want, I can just click on it and then it will ask for the email ID. If you have got organizational email ID, your college email ID, that would be great because it gives more features. And then you can continue and then you can work on the Copilot. I know that, see, the Copilot, how to work with the Copilot, it's very easy. Just write the prompting. Okay. We can get the preparation of the data from AI also. It is also again the same, the signing in thing. Then you can analyze. You can the summary thing visible here. That's important. But okay, you guys can already do it, so I'm not going in it. Now the important thing is that if we can have the question and answer here itself, here in this graph only, here is in this canvas only, then it would be great. If you guys have got Power BI, you have to you have to activate one option, question and answer options. That is very much this people are not aware about this. So what you have to do, go to the file, go to the option and setting, click on options. Just give me a second. Again, the new window is appear, I think so that must be not visible to you. I know that. Yeah, that's not visible. The new window is appearing actually. So that's not visible because I can share the window only. So under this, you can click on preview features. And then under that, you can click on question and answer for live analysis. You can click on question and answer thing. As soon as you click on it, you will get this icon here. Can you see when I'm moving my cursor? Can you see this question and answer? Now here, this is the best part. Okay, now why it is the best part? You click on it. Now it will give you the option to write down the, just give me a second. Write down the question. And if you do not want to write, it will give you some suggestions also. Can you see? Now let's say, you wanted to know something else, or if you wanted to create some graph. So bar graph for airbags column. The column name should be written same type. Okay, and because bar graph also require one more column, bar airbags, and let's say maybe cylinder, CY. Now you can see the graph, or you can see the the options. It's there. Can you see? You are writing here for your data, and then it's created here. Okay, and if you don't want it, you can just click on this. It will create the graph only. Just hold on for a second, and it will create the graph. Okay. Now, as soon as I clicked on it, you can see that airbag and cylinder is visible. Can you see? The tick column is given here. Now, because I have not selected the measure, the graph is not exactly as I wanted. So now what I'm going to do, let me delete it. I'll again put the question and answer thing here. And again, you can increase here. And let's try to make some more thing. Let's try to do some question and answer for the analysis purpose also. bar graph for airbags and engine size. Okay, now here you can see because I have selected the good data, because earlier I have not selected, airbag and cylinders both were non-numerical data. So that's why it is not able to create the bar graph. But then as soon as I have selected the numerical data, engine size, can you see here? I have just written the bar graph between engine size and airbag column, these two columns. And then you can see the graph here. You need not to create it. Just you need to understand what exactly you wanted to do it. You need not to worry about the how to create the graphs. You should know how to write it down. That's it. Understood? Now, if you wanted to convert into the standard visual, just click on it, and then graph is available. You can see the graph. It is selected the two column which need to be created. Now you don't want sum of engine size, as I told you. You can click on it, and then you can select the average, and then graph is created. Okay, now if you wanted to create any other graph, let's say if you don't want bar graph, you want histogram, create histogram. But only one thing, that please do not expect a really very good result from this thing. Sometimes it requires good knowledge about the which type of data you should have for creation of the graph. Okay. So ultimately, you should know that this particular data can be created, this particular data can be used for creating X type of graph. You should know this. Like for histogram, I don't know how, if you understand that or not, but then histogram should not be created in any categorical data. It should be created on any, any numerical data only. So I'm using horsepower. Okay. Now, if I'm using it, now it is not using the histogram. Okay, because histogram is not visible for it. Okay, for histogram, we have to have different types of data. So different types of information. So that's why it is not for this, for box for what you call it, Power BI. It is not very much available, or maybe it may not be able to create the histogram for this particular type of data. Here you can see that histogram option is not visible. Can you see? No histogram option available. That is why it may not be able to create that that graph. Okay, but then if you wanted to create the line chart, but some numerical data and some year data, time series data. So if we don't have any time series data here, that's why we may not be able to create. But then if you want to create line chart, you can write it down, that information, and it will create the line chart also. Now, it is not only useful for creation of the graph, but then if you wanted to do some analysis also, or some basic analysis, I'm not saying that deep analysis, but then basic analysis, if you wanted to do, you can do it with this. So like, what is the average engine size? So the average engine size is 2.60. Okay. Now, can we create a scatter diagram, scatter chart for engine size and max price dot. Okay, because sum of engine, we have to take one more variable here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it here in the visualization, and I'll take one more column, let's say, because I need to have one, driver train. And now if I click on the scatter chart, it will create. You can see. So what I have done, I've taken the data. I need to create one non-numerical data also for the points, for deciding about the points. I've done it, and then it has created the scatter chart. So that's how you can work on, you can work easily on Power BI. If you know Power BI tool, you can also know that we can use R, and we can include R and Python also with the Power BI. If you know about this, if you wanted to have the integration of the R and Python, that would be also good with Power BI. Okay, that's all for the Power BI. That's one thing. That's one thing which you can use. I wanted to take the questions on Power BI here only, but then there may be possibility that I may not be able to cover the topics. So that's why please write it down, all the questions which is related to Power BI. I'm going to the different software. Just wanted to show the demo of that software, and then we'll move to the Python. Ultimately, I just wanted to spend maybe 15 minutes, more than 15 minutes in Python, and then I'll move to the question and answer. Will that be okay? Shiva sir, will that be okay?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, done. So that's how you can work on Power BI with the help of question and answer tags. Okay. There are so many things also. So you see, you can Power Apps also can be connected in Power BI. You can connect some different types of cards also. You can also connect, as I told you, that R and Python. So it would be really very good. And then, as I told you, that you can any day you can connect the Copilot with your email ID and password. That again, so you write it down, the Copilot prompting here, and then it will do the task here. Although not very good, but yes, at least it suffices the purpose. Then the second thing which I just wanted to tell you is Cognos Analytics. Now, when I'm talking about the Cognos Analytics, that's IBM Cognos Analytics is really very good tool to apply some graphs. If you don't know anything about the graph, if you don't know anything about the analytics, and you wanted a dashboard or something like that, you can do it. Cognos Analytics can help you in it. Let me show you. Okay, great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now that's IBM Cognos Analytics. You can see this is okay. Now this is a purely very costly software. So 14 days trial version will be available for all the email IDs. So I personally feel that people like me, who's working a lot in analysis and using different types of software, I must have at least 5 or 6 email IDs. So I keep 5, 6 different email IDs with me. Okay, so maybe so if my name is Lokesh Pyasi, I keep Lokesh Pyasi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So this IBM Cognos Analytics gives you 15 days of trial version. So if you wanted to do analysis, if you wanted to do the visualization, and you don't know anything, and if you're doing for your research purpose or your thesis, then use for 14-15 days of trial version and done, because it's somewhere 800 rupees monthly fees is there. So if you wanted to pay 800 rupees, that also makes sense. But then if you don't want to pay, that's okay. I'm using the trial version at this time. Okay, so I'll use the different dashboard. Okay, okay. Now here you can see. So it is asking for the different. It's asking for the create dashboard. Let's create the dashboard. Okay. Then it will ask for the select the source. You select the source. I'll select the my source only. Again, the same. I've used some data here, so I'm going to use let's say cars marketing data. Let's take the cars marketing data only and add it. Now here you can see that it looks like same. So I have to select some manufacturer, and then I have to select the minimum price, and then I'll click on the analytics, and then it will give me the idea about the visualization. But then I don't want to do it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this for visualization purpose, and I'm going to use I just wanted to do it with without my intervention. I just want that it should work directly. So what you have to do, you just need to click on again new, or maybe the recent, because the recent I've worked. Just give me a second. You just need to create on new, and then data you have already uploaded. You just click on the report or the assistant chat. Then I'm clicking on the report here. Give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second. Create. Okay. Source. 1 second, guys. It's asking the same type of. Actually, the problem with this is it's asking now. It's not taking my content. Just give me a second. I have to start again from 0. I'm just starting from the 0. Just click on create, upload, and create. Yeah, 1 second. I'll do it. Just give me a second. Let's paste it down. My data, actually, I was working on it before the session, so my data has been changed a little bit, so it's creating the issue. Again, I'm uploading the data. I think the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
What I'm sharing, yeah, it's visible. It's visible. Okay, now you can see. Now, after uploading, it is asking for insights in assistance and automatic dashboard. Okay, now if you click on Insights in Assistant, you can ask questions. You can write it down. You can see here what's written. You can ask the questions, and you can ask the questions in our own words and then discover insights. I'm going to talk about this later. But then let's say I don't want to ask any question. I don't have anything to ask. I just wanted to create the dashboard. Just click on the automatic dashboard and create. And just hold on for a second. Let AI, let the analysis do its task. Created. I have not done anything. Can you see? These graphs has been created by its own. See, now you can use those graphs. You can do anything if you want. You can let's say if you wanted to do something with this particular graph, you can click on the insights, and then it will give you the insights also. Okay, if you wanted to do some analysis, so it's finding the narratives and insights for this data. Just hold down. I'm not doing anything. I don't know anything about what's the data, what's the information. I don't know anything. What I'm doing here, I'm just clicking on the graphs, click on the dashboard, and it's created everything. So now you can see the information also. Like cylinder 4 wheelbase is 84.6% higher for yes compared to no. You can see the information. You put the data, your data you can put, and then all the information visible here, which you can use for your maybe your research work, for your analysis purpose also. Like for the wheelbase, the most significant values of cylinders are 4 and 6, like this information. Now for this type of information or this type of analysis, we need to do certain task. Okay, but then it is doing directly. I need not to do anything. I just clicked on the dashboard and it has done everything. Now for this graph, let's say fuel tank and capacity, color by price, size, and horsepower. If you want, okay, you wanted to do analysis insights for this, you can just click on the insight here, and it will narrate the insights. See? And then let's say if you wanted to, if you wanted to add insight for your favorite, you can click on it. Now, this is something really very good. It is better than Tableau and Power BI in most of the cases. I'm teaching Tableau and Power BI since years, but then the benefit of the Cognos Analytics is unbelievable. Okay, and it is not that you are, it's not required, or it's not necessary that you have to use those graphs only. If you want, you can. If you want to change the graphs, you can click on the visualization, and ultimately you can have the different types of graph. See, and the graphs like decision tree not available in Power BI and Tableau. Heat map also is very much unlikely, or maybe that not significant, or may not be able to work with it the way which we wanted in Tableau and Power BI. But here it is really very visible. Now see the different types of these many graphs, like word cloud also. Okay, radar graph. These type of graphs are not visible and not available in Power BI and Tableau. And then you can do it. You can use it any day. Let's say if you wanted to apply some, again, let's go with the bar chart only. If you wanted to apply it, see the bar chart is here. Now you can drag and drop all the columns. So let's say I'm just, so here the, you can see the ease which it shows you. It gives you, just give me a second, I'll show you the ease. The only problem is that it works on cloud and internet, so it's a little slow. So see, it is showing you that for for which bars you wanted, what is the length of the bars, and how you wanted to color. Okay, drag those variable only. So let's say I wanted the bar for for airbag, so I'll put it here. Okay, now the frequency of the airbag I wanted to know from the length, so I'll put it here. It's created. Okay, and if I wanted to change the graph, I wanted to change the color, I could have put the other like manufacturer here, and then I can put it somewhere here, color. That's, you can see. Because so many manufacturers, so that's why the graph looks little different. Okay, so it creates the graphs for you by itself, but at the same time, you also can create the graph. Okay, that's one thing which I wanted to tell you about this. But let's say you know little information, you have little information to create the graph. You know that I can create the graph here and there, or I know, at least I know some name of the graph. If you know this, if you can, if you can work on it, or if you have little idea about the visualization, what you can do, again, let me go to the home. Again, I have to start it from scratch because, it's creating issue. See, again, it's hanged here actually, because we are working on internet, no? That's why it's hanged. So, but let me see, let me drag and drop data again. Let me see if it's working. Okay, it's working. Replace data. Okay. Is it visible? Is this,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's
It's loading, and it's a very
yeah, yeah.
interesting session. We are like patientfully listening to it.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, I'm actually just I just wanted to see whether everything is visible to you, no, or not.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
let's say
loading.
now, yeah. So let's say you have little idea about the graphs, and you wanted that the graphs should not be, thanks for all the appreciations. Now I don't want to create the automatic dashboard. Okay, I want to get the little insights, or I want to use assistant for the analysis. Now see, when you are using the assistant, you can ask the question like this. Okay, now this assistant can help you to summarize, maybe again, as I told you, that it is not very good, because ultimately they are the trial basis they are working, and then we are working on the trial basis, and then uh, some we're not very good in chat gpt, like chat gpt or Gemini, but then yes, some task or minimal task it can do. And then the best part is that we can connect with the agentic AI also. So those who have got idea about the agentic AI, you can use it here also. So this also you can create the agents also here. Okay, although again, it is not the part of our course, so I'm not going to talk about this, but then you can do it any day. Now let's say you wanted to know some information, so create a bar chart on. So we have got two variables here. So one variable was horsepower, and other variable was mm, uh, airbags, I think so, if I've written the correct variable name. Okay, select my data source, my content. Oh, again, this my content is missing actually. Every time I have to put this content, and whether this load data cars is loaded already. I don't know why it is not showing. I'm sorry guys, because it's not showing the data here. Although here it is saying that load data cars empathy is already loaded, but then here when I'm creating the graph, it is not showing. Create bar graph. Just give me a second. Let me check whether it is working or not. Okay, I'll show you with a different data set. Let me see if I can show you with the different data set or not. Okay. Let me show you with this only. Show bar chart or size. No, it's showing some error actually. Return 500 and it's showing some error actually. Give me a second if I can do it again. We are working on internet, so it's quite good internet speed and everything. Okay, if it's not working in maybe next couple of minutes, then I will move to the different thing. Because I just wanted to take good time spend good time on Python. So, next, assistant, continue. Let me close. Show bar chart for engine size. Okay, now it's showing. I think so. It will work now. Now, engine size, the information which I've given is not enough. So it will ask some more information, okay, from me, and then it will create some like price, okay. So show chart on engine size and price. So now click here. You can see the chart. So for engine size and because I'm using it is using only sum, so it is showing you only one graph, one thing. Okay, because we are taking only price average and sum, engine size sum. That's why we are getting only one in scatter diagram. We are getting only one dot. But if you wanted to create any other graph, or maybe like show bar chart for airbag and cylinders. Okay, let's try to do this. If you understand the data, so like you have to understand whether is it possible to create the graphs on airbag and cylinder. So that's why I told you now that for creating these things, you have to understand some information. You should know about the information. The visualization does not support narrative insights. Okay, I don't want insights. I just want graph. Let's see if it's creating the graph. Show related visualization. It's visible. Can you see? So it shows because it was not possible to create with the maybe cylinder with the cylinder. So it's taking this airbag and then taking the some variable with variable. Okay. Now you also can have some more information. So if you want different types of graph, you can create the different. You can select different information. So wheelbase by cylinder it has created. So cylinder and airbags, it was not able to because it was not possible to create any bar graph. So it has just shown the graphs with the with airbag. It is showing the graph with in the first here it is showing airbag and with. But then if you wanted cylinder, then it is showing cylinder with the wheelbase, and it is showing different other graphs like what do you call it, the second tool which we can use for the graph. I personally like cognitive analytics a lot because ultimately when you do not know anything, I have seen the data which I have taken is real it's the normal data which may not be that useful for the research purpose. But then when I have worked with the different types of data, and I found that cognitive analytics, when I don't want to spend too much of time, I use cognitive analytics, just put the data, it creates the dashboard, and then you can publish the dashboard and use it. Or you can take the screenshot and get the graph. It's quite easy also. But as I told you, that nothing is better than coding. If you know coding, then it would be great. Now, but then here comes the problem. We all cannot know the coding, and it's not required also. When it's in the era of AI tools, coding is not required. I have learned coding since years. Okay, so that's why I know how to create the graphs in R, how to create the graphs in Python. And when I'm doing my PhD, I was using different types of visualization techniques, and I was using R because I feel R is the best for the visualization, R programming. But now what I'm going to show you now is something which is very easy and very useful to use. But then I would request you to know little part of the coding, not just some maybe you should know some packages name. That's it. Not so many things is required to know. So stopping here, and now I'm showing you the. Just give me a second. Let me stop all these tools which I'm using so that I can show you a speedy thing, because I could see that speed is really very lagging. So I don't want to. Okay, now I can show you. Share screen. So I'm showing you, collab, which is useful for doing, which is useful for writing the Python code. Okay, let me refresh it so that we can have. I will copy this code. I'll share this with you also. New notebook. Just give me a second. Huh? It's starting. Okay, great. Now, collab is something where you can write the code for the Python and then you can get the output. In simple case, like if I'm writing print Lokesh, so here I've written the code, and when I press Control Enter, or if I click here, I will get the code below to this cell. You can see the code. Okay, now that's how the collab work. Just wanted to give you the idea about the collab. Now, this collab gives you some good information. I'll show you this. There's AutoViz named packages there. Now, what are the packages? Packages are something which is called library, which can help you to do certain tasks. So AutoViz is something which can help you to create visualization automatically. Okay. So now what I'm doing here, I'm installing this. So this is code. So I'm saying to Python that Python please install AutoViz. And then from AutoViz, I just wanted to use some AutoViz class function so that I can use the graph. That's how this code works. Okay. If you want, I can give you this code on chat window also. Now, as soon as you write it down, before doing this, I'll get my file here. So how to get the file in Collab, because Collab is again online thing. I'll click here and I will get my data again. So we'll work on car sales only. So because we know a little bit about the cars marketing, cars marketing. Okay, and then I will copy the path here. So because inside of this, I have to write the path of this data, this particular data. Okay, that's the basic part of the coding, how Python work. Okay, let me install this. Okay, so this will install all the packages like this. Okay, it will install all the tasks, and it will work like this. It will give you the result like this. Let it work. Okay. Successfully installed. Okay, done. So everything has been installed now. So what you can do, it will show you the visualization also like this. The graphs, it will show you the data automatically graph. It is created. So you can see that it has created the distribution graph. You can see that it has created the categorical distribution graph. You can see the 2D distribution, time series, values, whatever graph is required is automatically is created. Okay, and then if you wanted to see this graph, you can you can just double click on it, and then you can get the code for this particular graph. Okay, that's one thing which you can do now. Which here you can see the data. Okay. You can see all the codes, all the information. That's one thing. But then again, this also contains some installation and some coding which you can see, which I have just shown you. You might say that, Lokesh, I don't want to do this installation thing and I don't want to do it. Then I will say, okay, no problem. You have got the data. Just click on the code, and now you generate the code. Now don't do anything. Okay. You just write it down the way you are writing. So what I'm going to do, create a bar graph. Now here I have got the data here. You can see if you scroll up, I will see the name of the column so that I can understand. I'm just scrolling up. You can see. So my first column name is manufacturer, like model, like type. So let me create the bar graph between type and mpg.city. Okay, bar graph between. Here you can write it down, very crude language also. The best part, because it is associated or it is connected with Gemini. So Gemini use all the types of language. Even you can write it down in Hindi. I'll show you also. Not Hindi, but then means English also. In English also you can write it down. So between type and mpg dot city variable. Now the best part, if it will not create, then too it will automatically rectify the errors also. I'll show you. Okay. Now before uh, doing anything, I just wanted to show you that there are two packages which we need to understand in Python. One is matplotlib. Matplotlib, the full form is math plots library. So this is required for the maths plot or all the numerical plot or all types of plot. And Seaborn is again when you wanted to create the plots for the research work, like linear regression, like factor analysis, like there are different types of plot which we use to create for market basket analysis. In that case, you can use the Seaborn library. Okay, need not to worry. Whatever it is written, you need not to worry about that. You just accept and run. Whatever it is showing, need not to worry. I'm hoping that it will show you the error. And then also I'll show you how to solve the error. Just hold on, let it work. Because this internet is a big issue actually in my area. Again, I'll switch off my video so that we can get the better. Here's the bar graph. Where's the bar graph? Boss, where's the bar graph? Just give me a second. Huh? Boss, why it is not showing? So bar graph will be visible if you should be visible here. Just give me a second. Huh? When there is no error, bar graph should be visible. Just give me a second, guys. What happened? Should be visible here. I need to use the collab. If anyone is using collab, just try to do it. It should be visible here. I don't know. There is a problem in my internet, maybe. So the graph visible here in output. Oh, Lokesh is printing, but why it is not showing the graph? Just give me a second. I don't know why it is not showing the graph. Show, because everything is clear. Just give me a second, guys. Let me start with the new. Start the collab. Oh, 1 second. My email ID is actually I've signed out now. Just give me a second. Let me sign in again. So you can get the data. Just give me a second. What was that? Data cars marketing. So I have signed it. So now here you can see that. 1 second. I'll show you again. Let me delete this everything. Again, we'll do the same thing. Create bar graph between. What was the name of the column? Airbags and engine size. Okay, and let it work. Okay, accept and run. So if it is showing any error, see, it is showing any error. So if it is showing any error, then too you can click on explain error and then get the data easily. Why it is showing error? I'll tell you. Because the cars marketing has no column called airbag. Airbag. I have airbags, but not airbag. Okay, so it will, you need not to worry about the graphs. So you just need to click on explain error, explain error, and everything it will do, and it will create the graph. That's it. It will finally create the graph for you. Whatever graph it's required. See, I just clicked on the explain error, and then finally I've got the graph. Okay, again, let me show you one more thing. Let's create the graph between a scatter graph between horsepower and RPM. So create a scatter graph between horsepower and RPM. Now, as you can see, I don't need any coding information or coding language. I don't need it. The only if you know some information, if you know something about the coding, that would be great, because at least in that case, no, you will be able to understand how things can be created. See, the graph has been created. See, the scatter diagram has been created. Can you see? And not only this, because you're doing good, you're doing analysis thing. Let's say you want some code for cluster analysis. Okay, now you wanted to do the cluster analysis. Do the cluster analysis on mpg.city column. Create 3 cluster with the help of k-means. K-means is the algorithm you all know for the clustering. K-means algo. Now you don't need any algorithm. You don't need any coding information. Don't require anything. Just let it work, and it will write down the code. It's written some coding here. You can see that it is applied some k-means algorithm, and you can see this k-means algorithm, it is applied, but then it's not very much tough to understand. And see, it's applied the k-means algorithm. See, you can see the algorithm applied, the cluster has been created and done, and then the scatter plot has been created. Can you see? So yes, if you know all this, this coding, good. If you don't know anything in coding, not required. Just write it down here. Apply, and not only this, apply t-test and show the result for max price column where mu or population mean is let's say 30. Now it will do it everything. You don't need any coding. So AI is really very useful. Okay, but then it won't do anything for you if you don't know what you wanted it to do. See, it shows the result. One simple t-test. If you can see the result, p-value is 0. Conclusion, see, since the less than significance, we reject the null hypothesis. See, all this information, you can find it. And you did not require any coding here. You just know how to do the, the prompting. I think that's all from my side. I just wanted to tell you three different software, sorry. We have used the Power BI, which is very useful for visualization. I've just shown you that how to use question and answer, Q&A in Power BI, and write down the questions, and then you will get the graph. Then we have understood the IBM Cognos Analytics. Great. If you do not know anything about it, about the data or about the graph, about the visualization, then we have used Python. If you wanted to use little bit of coding, and if you wanted to do something extra, something special, and if you wanted to apply something which is not available in typical visualization software, then you can use the Python for making any types of graph. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Lokesh sir, I'm very sure the participants are currently have taken notes, and they will conclude and they will do the exercises themselves. They will focus on the practical applications of what you have taught. So
Yeah.
it was a great session. Priyanka, you can begin with the formal vote of thanks. Priyanka, you are not audible.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah.
On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Lokesh Pyasi for delivering an insightful and thought-provoking session on data visualization with AI for business intelligence and research. The session beautifully highlighted how AI-driven data visualization can transform complex databases into meaningful insights for informed decision-making in various fields. Your rich experience added immense value and in-depth analysis to the session. We are truly grateful to you for spending your valuable time on us and sharing your profound expertise and knowledge with our participants. The session has not only enhanced our technical understanding, but also inspired us to adopt data-driven approaches with greater confidence and improved efficiency and clarity. Once again, we convey our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Lokesh Pyasi and wish him continued success in all future endeavors. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
very much. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lokesh sir.
participants.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much. Okay.
Thank you.